Hello everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome back to the Dragonfly Tarot. If you are new to my channel, my name is Denise, and tonight we are going to be looking at your weekly love connection update. What is going on in your current connection? Is it a good place for you? What are the obstacles, the challenges, and what are the positives? Okay, so I'm going to start with saging. I do this typically off camera every single time I do it, but I typically do it off camera. But tonight I've just been dealing with some just negative thoughts. You know, it's tax season. A lot of people are filing their taxes. And I've just had some, not that that was bad, but I've just had some, negative things coming in my space here with just a friend is going through a really rough time, so he and I were talking through it, and I just wanted to clear the space of all that negativity, and so I sage the environment. I also have some dragon's blood incense going. That's been going for a good long while. I love the smell of dragon's blood. But anyway, so this is going to be what is going on in your connection, what are the positives, what are the negatives, what are the challenges, and what do I see coming for you guys within the next week or so. We have here the Ostara Tarot with Astrophyllite. We have the Rider-Waite with Lithium Quartz. And we have the Gilded Tarot with Black Tourmaline. So you can take a moment to pause the video, or we can just get started. All right, so I'll clear this guy away, and I will clear this guy away. Okay, and we will start with Astrophyllite and our Ostara Tarot. These decks are pre-shuffled. I'll just give them a quick shuffle to get the energy flowing. Today is my dog's first birthday, guys. Allie is such a darling dog. She came to us in, like August 29th of this year, so about 6 months ago. And she was a very large puppy. She's Great Pyrenees and German Shepherd with a little bit of Pit Bull and Boxer and Rottweiler mixed in on the one side of her. And the other side is just completely all Great Pyrenees German Shepherd. So she's got the Great Pyrenees body. She's just long and lanky and just sweet as pie. But today's her first birthday, so it was a good day for her and for us. Okay, so we have 4 coming out already. Okay. That's just the information card of the deck, so we'll go with this. Okay, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the Tower, and Queen of Wands. All right. Oh, guys. All right, so for those of you that picked this deck, pile number 1, I feel as though there's been a lot of changes and conflicts that are currently going on. This is your current situation, okay? So your current situation has you feeling really out in the cold, and I feel like maybe some of you feel as though your person is turned away from you, and is going in a different direction, and they're doing it fast. That person could be, I get 2 wands here, so I feel as though that person or you could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The wands are the fire signs of the group. They deal with passion, creation, tempers, drama. So I feel like, some of you might be in a very dramatic phase right now this week. Just shit's going down, y'all. But the Queen of Wands, she's not messing around. She's taking matters into her own hands. I feel like you, as the Queen, and like I've said before, there are no genders in tarot, so don't take that literally. You as the Queen of Wands are, you're really taking steps to eliminate whatever the conflicts are in your connection right now. You're facing your knight, okay? You know, this knight is moving away from the situation and potentially turning his or her back on you. But I feel like it's more like they're just choosing to fight in the other direction, or choosing to not fight, and you are fighting for this connection. And you're looking towards your knight, and you're reaching. You're really reaching at grasping at everything you can to get pulled out of this murky water that you feel as though you're in. And I feel like you're in over your head with this connection too, or with circumstances surrounding the connection. You feel like you're in over your head, and you're just treading water, but you keep getting dragged down further and further and further, and it's not a good feeling, guys. Okay, so we'll just pull a couple more cards. Let's clarify this Five of Pentacles. Okay. Oh. We have the Nine of Cups. This deck is kind of new to me, and the imagery is always stunning. We have like a cat den here. This is a really pretty card. All right, Nine of Cups. So let's pull another one. The World. The World clarifies the Tower. So with this Tower card, something has shaken your foundation. All right, something is really, and it has to do with the connection itself. Something has really shaken the ground that you thought was extremely solid, and you are watching this just come crashing down. You did not expect what is going on. You did not expect that to happen. And I feel like because it's the Pentacles, I feel like this might have to do with maybe a job loss, or a loss of income that, or resources in some way that you had before. And I think the conflict in your relationship is because of that loss of monetary foundation. For some of you, this has to do with the relationship. You know, stuff is just like, you thought that this was going to be solid, and you thought that this was going to be something that you guys could overcome, and it's now looking like it's not. Okay. So with the World card, however, to clarify the Tower, I feel as though there will be some sort of fulfillment happening, fulfillment of, like, wish for fulfillment. So if you're wishing that things could change or get better following this Tower moment, there's the potential there. Full circle. Something will come completely full circle. And the World, I feel as though the World is representative of Leo. Perhaps some of you are Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, so definitely a fire sign. So that clarifies also the Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. So being that that's another fire sign, I think that some of you might be those three, one of those three. Some of you, or your partner, your person. Okay, one more. We have Page of Wands. Okay. So with the pages, when the page comes in, it feels like there's limited power, okay? So like you have the ability to change what's happening, but it's limited. Like there's things that are holding you back, but the potential is there. There's a little bit of uncertainty, maybe stagnation, maybe you guys feel like you're stuck. But with the page energy, it's definitely very... card fell out, but I can't reach it. I feel like it's very limited. All right, so your ability and your partner's ability to change your circumstances is extremely limited at this point. So let's just get a couple more. All right, we have the Strength card, so that's definitely Leo. Okay, so some of you or your partners are definitely a Leo, and we have Seven of Cups. Okay. So yes, you guys are definitely wishing that that your situation would get better, so that your relationship can get better. Whatever's happening in your whatever's happening in your world is shaking up your connection. Okay. You do have options. There are things happening here that will that will turn the situation around for the better. Okay, the wishful thinking will come to fruition. And I also see like a dissipation in whatever the conflicts are. Over the next week, you're going to, whether it's your feelings about it or the situation themselves is going to get better. We have the Lovers card. You guys see that? Lovers? Okay, so that deals with, of course, the obvious sexuality, relationship, things like that, personal beliefs, values, and also celebration. These two are, they're having a very intimate moment with the two of them, but they look as if, in this card, it looks as if they're semi-blindfolded, which, you know, that could also deal with the sexuality aspect of things. Maybe you guys are into that. I don't know. But it also could be like, you know, trusting your partner, blindly trusting your partner, and having faith that it will all work out. And because of the Strength card, I sense that a lot of you guys are in this period to learn a lesson. You're in, you know, this partner that you're with is your karmic partner. For whatever reason, you guys were meant to be together. And there's quite a few major arcana cards, so I feel like as though there's whatever's affecting your connection, there are forces outside of your connection, okay? So they don't necessarily have to do with the two of you, but they're definitely affecting the two of you, okay? But just have patience. The Strength card is telling me to tell you to have patience. Have self-control, don't fly off the handle, and don't make any hasty, rash decisions this week regarding your connection or whatever is affecting it. Okay, I will pull one oracle card, and then we will move on to deck number 2. All right, what do we have? Soar. So this is a Pegasus. I think it's a Pegasus. It's not a unicorn. It's a horse with wings. I don't think it's Pegasus, though, with the rainbow. So this tells me that you need to rise above whatever is affecting you, whatever problems exist in your relationship, rise above them. And with the rainbow symbolism on the horse's wings here, it tells me that you guys have, and his wings are outstretched, so, but he's kind of like looking back, like, hey, I'm with you. It's all good. Like, we can do this. Let's go. Like, almost as if beckoning someone to come with him because things will be getting better. And with the rainbow, the colors of the rainbow, I sense that, you know, you're going to come into a period, maybe not for the next month or so, but you will come into a period where your life seems to be looking up, where your eyes are opened to it's not so doom and gloom anymore, okay? But this guy's feet are still planted firmly on the ground, so he hasn't taken off yet, so he's still contemplating, you know, how he wants to go, how high he wants to go, and who he wants to take with him. So basically just rise above what's the conflicts, okay? From this 5 of Pentacles, rise above the conflicts, rise above the Tower moment, whatever shook your foundation, just let it go, okay? Rise above it. It'll be okay. I do sense that there will be a lot of challenges within your relationship that continue. However, if you can soar above them and rise above them, they won't affect you as much as you fear, okay? So just have strength, be strong, all right? So that is all I'm getting for deck number 1. I'm going to clear these away, and we will move on to our deck number 2. which was the lithium quartz with the Rider-Waite deck. Okay, what is going on with your connection this week? What are the issues and challenges? What are the positives? What do you have to look forward to? Yeah. So Ellie had her first adventure to the dog park today. She did great. She loves other dogs. She really does. And we call her the camel because she's so long and lanky and just really awkward. But man, it's like, this dog park is really cool. It's fully enclosed, which I am one of those dog moms that will not let their dog off leash unless they're in an enclosed and supervised environment. And she did really well. So yeah, not that you guys particularly want to hear about that right now, because that's not why you're here. But I will be incorporating all my animals into readings. You know, once my cats stop knocking things off my table here, they will be allowed to be a part of my readings. So cool. You guys will get to know them. Okay, let's see what's going on with y'all. We have the Hierophant. Six of Swords. We have Page of Swords. Page of Swords in the first reading too. We have Page of Pentacles. Yeah. And then we have the Ten of Wands. I'm just going to pull 4 for this initial one. Okay, 4. Okay. So, okay. So, with the Hierophant, I sense that some of you guys are going through some conflict or changes in your place of employment, or if you guys are in school, there's something going on with your schoolwork and your, you know, whatever you're doing. Maybe some of you guys are teachers and there's like a shakeup going on within the district or something like that. Because the Hierophant deals with authority and belief systems. And that maybe this has to do with like a work relationship. So I sense that you guys are, with the Swords energy, you guys are, you or your partners are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And with the Wands, I would say, once again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Swords deal with intellect and thoughts, communication, analyzing feelings, ambivalence, anxiety. It also deals with truth and judgment. So I sense that some of you guys are having, maybe this doesn't have to do with, a love relationship. It could, but I sense that for some of you, this might have to do with coworkers. Like, you know, maybe you guys are starting a new job or dealing with like a group at work. Like perhaps some of you guys are, maybe some of you guys are like dealing with, like you're on like a committee, or you're in a group that's working on projects, like such as like research projects, and you know, maybe you guys do stuff like that. But for those of you that are in love relationships, I'm sensing that some of you are feeling a little bit I don't know, I feel like some of you guys are feeling like you need a break a little bit, like maybe your partner's just too overbearing. Because the first card I always pull for these readings is always your partner, representative of your partner, and the third card is representative of you. Okay, and with you being the Page of Swords, you feeling like so limited in your power and just a little bit like stagnant and uncertain, and then your partner being the Hierophant, being very, you know, almost authoritative, or just like they call the shots in this relationship. And the sixes deal with maybe like, okay, like a little bit of depression. The Six of Swords, I think, is maybe a little bit of a depressive card. This guy is in a boat, but there's swords in a boat. Like, is the boat sinking? Is it going to make it to shore? Like, did they go through the boat? Or are they just sort of like there because he's taking them with him? It's sort of like a recovery project or something, like a recovery mission. And it could just be travel. It could just be like, maybe you guys travel for work or travel to work. Maybe you guys have, like a really extra long commute, and that's affecting your relationship. But no, I feel like your partner's like, okay, this is the deal. This is how it is. Like, take it or leave it. And you're just like, but no, but why not like this? And it's almost like childlike. You almost feel like you're their child. If this could be reversed too. It could be mirroring this. It could be just the opposite of how I'm saying it. Like, maybe you're the one that's always feeling like you're in power. And then with the 10 of Wands, I feel like you guys are burdened by something and struggling. Like, this guy's really struggling to carry all these wands. Wherever it is he's going, he's got 2 hands, but he's like, dude, if I stumble, I'm losing it all. So I feel like some of you Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries might be feeling as though you're just overtaxed with struggle. Okay, let's pull a couple clarifying cards. Yeah, the 3 of Swords. Okay. The Empress. Oh. Plot twist. All right. And the Hanged Man. All right. So, yeah, you guys are hurt. Like, there's something going on in this connection that's really hurting you. And I feel like it has to do with loneliness. Like, maybe you guys are feeling just super lonely. And maybe that's because you guys feel like you're always under someone's thumb or someone's control. And the Hanged Man, which is representative of you, like, you're not unhappy about that. You're hanging there, like, you can't get down, but you do have the power. Like, your power might be limited, like with the Page of Swords, but I think that might necessarily have to do with you're limited in being able to communicate what you want, okay? Because the Swords deal with the Hanged Man. You're really you're surrendering to that. You don't necessarily dislike being the one, like, more submissive, I guess you could say, because, like, you're hanging there by your foot, by one foot. All right, you could kick your other leg up, you could pull yourself up and untie that rope, but then you're gonna fall and you have nothing to hold yourself up with. So it's like you're sort of like, I'm stuck. So that also leads to the Page of Swords, the limited power. But you do feel like you're stuck, and like your hands are behind your back, but are they tied? Are they, like, we don't know. We don't know. So you're feeling hurt about that, and you're feeling like out of control, and maybe even a little like you let yourself down with letting this happen. But the Empress represents all the queens in the tarot, okay? All the female, this is your divine feminine, guys. Like, this represents abundance, nature, motherhood. So maybe some of you are pregnant or will be pregnant. Obviously not this week, although Valentine's Day is coming up. It's Friday. But, there might be a baby in your future. And I have to clarify the Empress, because that's, like, such a positive card to me amongst all of these, like, not negative cards, but just sort of like, I don't know, iffy cards. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. All right. So, 6 of Pentacles has to deal with what you have and what you don't have. Assessing what you have and what you don't have, and your resources and your knowledge and your power and all that. All right, so you're taking stock. Like, the 6 of Pentacles just deals with taking stock, right? So I feel as though you're assessing you're assessing the good things about this relationship. You know, what positive things this relationship deals with. The scales tell me that it's pretty, like whatever it is, it's working. On a certain level, this relationship is working. And with the Empress card, I feel as though you have more power than you give yourself credit for. And you really have to take that power because, like I said, the Empress encompasses all of the queens of the deck: the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. It's all wrapped up in the Empress. And usually it indicates, or it can indicate, I don't want to say usually, but it can indicate a pregnancy or a baby, or maybe you guys have children and you're the mother, maternal figure. Okay. Oh, we have the Emperor. So, having said that, fatherhood, structure, authority, regulation, meaning the guy's in charge, okay? So, but because we have the Empress and the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles, I feel as though whatever you have going on is pretty solid and it's working, all right? But you just have to decide if you have you just have to decide that your opinions matter. Your opinions on everything from children to money, they matter. And you really have to assert that authority and that power. The Emperor loves his Empress, guys. Like, he might be the one in charge and he might be in power and there might be a little bit of control going on here, but ultimately you're in charge. Okay? I want you to remember that. And I want you to remember, like, your instincts are correct. Your women's intuition is an actual thing. It just is. All right? Even if you're a guy. All right. We'll do more. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. All right. So there's balance coming into your financial world and a workplace. If this is a workplace connection and not a love relationship, then I would say that there's definite balance and partnership coming back in. With the Emperor, the Empress card, they're the yin and the yang. They counteract each other. They complement, not counteract each other. And with the Two of Pentacles, I sense a lot of balance. There's these two pentacles in this infinity symbol, and he's just sort of playing with it. He's balancing. There are waves in the background, so that tells me that when there's issues happening that surround money or work, or your resources at home, that you're going to be able to ride those waves. You're going to be able to balance that. All right, and we will get just one oracle card. I'm only going to do one oracle card this time. Normally I do 2 or 3, but we're just going to do one in the interest of time. Let's see what we got. Practice patience. Okay, so we have a crow and a hourglass timer. All right, practice patience. So, empresses, with your Emperor and with your Hierophant, man, he tests you. Whoo, are you tested? And your patience is tested a lot with a lot at work. You are losing your patience at work, but just don't let that affect you too much this week. All right, practice being patient, practice listening, practice being less judgmental and more compassionate. Time tends to get away from us, and like it seems to, like, when things are going bad, it seems to just drag. But when things are going well, it flies. All right, time flies when you're having fun. So just practice being patient and waiting for what you want to happen. All right, practice that balance. Practice, communication, and practice voicing what you want, and you'll have an easier time of things, okay? With all of your connections, not just with your relationship or with your work colleagues, okay? So that is all I am getting for pile number 3. We'll move 2. Sorry, pile number 2. We will move on to pile number 3. This is the Gilded Tarot with the black tourmaline. I'll put this guy over here. All right, let's shuffle these cards. These cards are some of the most graphic cards I've ever seen. Graphic in their photos, not their sexual imagery. Sorry. Again, these are pre-shuffled. I'm just giving them a quick run through so that the energy is. This guy just keeps coming up, man. Oh, look at this. We have our Page of Swords again. This came up in the last one. And for these guys, we have the 3 of Pentacles. We have King of Swords. More Swords energy. And we have the Hanging Man. This deck calls it the Hanging Man, not the Hanged Man. But that came up again. Okay, so we've got more Gemini, Libra, Aquarius maybe? You or your partner? Possible Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for you or your partner. All right. So this is your person, this is you, and these are the effectors. So you being the all right, so there's, again, with the conflicts, but this I think has to deal with communication. So somebody's holding back, all right? Somebody's holding back their thoughts or their feelings. I feel like that's definitely your person. I think your person is just really being very protective of his or her desires and needs and maybe not needs so much as just desires and definitely feelings. They're being protective, very protective, and holding back. This guy is, he's got one sword in the air, so he's not completely withdrawn, but the other 4 he's keeping real close. Okay, so he's really like holding back that. Okay, and that's causing a bit of some strife in the relationship. With you being the King of Swords, you are trying to control that situation. So you're just constantly asking them how they're feeling, what they're thinking. And the more you do that, I feel like the more they've withdrawn. And that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. But because the king really wants to dominate in the area of thoughts and feelings, the King of Swords does. And I feel like that's not something your person is taking very well, okay? So you guys are planning something. I don't know, are you guys planning something for Valentine's Day? Have you guys been talking about Valentine's Day? Or maybe you or he or she wants to do something together, but you guys haven't really planned it fully yet. Like, you know, like the groundwork is laid. You guys have, like, you know you want to do something. And with this 3 of Pentacles, I think that, you know, maybe just staying in a quiet night at home. Maybe one of you will cook for the other. So I feel like that's coming about this week. And I feel like it has to do with Valentine's Day. Yeah. So with the Hanging Man, though, I feel like that might be delayed. So whatever you have planned for this week, in terms of your plans for Valentine's or for, you know, your next encounter, I don't know why, but I'm sensing that some of you guys might not even live together, or you know, one of you travels a lot. Ooh, okay, Strength. We have 2 here. Strength and 4 of Wands. All right, so good. The 4 of Wands deals a lot with stability. All right, I'm clarifying these 2. 4 of Wands deals a lot with stability. Where there was once lack of communication, you guys are moving into a period of a little bit more communicative, and, you know, if you guys don't like, if more communicative phase, and if you guys don't see each other a whole lot, I feel like, or get to, not even that, like, even if you live together, sometimes you don't get to spend a lot of time together. I feel like, you know, that's coming where you will be able to do that. maybe you guys have a trip planned. I don't know. I'm sensing this planning going on with you guys. Maybe you're planning a trip, you know, within the next 6 months or so, maybe. Not sure about that. But with this Strength card, you guys are, you know, like, you realize that you have to let go a little bit of this King of Swords energy. You guys have to, you know, just sort of like have a softer control, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, you don't have to sacrifice everything, and neither does your person. You're stronger together than you are apart, and I think the Four of Wands is telling me that. You're definitely stronger together than you are apart. And then some of you could be a Leo. I'm a Leo. Seven of Cups. Okay, I was waiting for the Cups energy to come out. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, there you are. So yeah, there's definitely options. So whatever you guys are planning, you guys are weighing the options. You guys are talking a lot about, like, well, do we do this? Do we do that? And it has to deal with a romantic getaway. Okay? I feel like, yeah. And for some of you, like, it could be like you guys are I don't know, like the Seven of Cups, like, it's not exactly as rosy as it was in the beginning. I feel like some of you might be moving into this phase of, like, oh, there's, like, it's almost like waning feelings. Like, maybe the feelings are going, not going away, but so much as becoming into this period of like, just sort of like quieting down a little bit. Like, it's not as passionate as it was before, but it's definitely still there. And, you know, you've got every single one of your cups is full. So you guys definitely have very strong feelings for each other, very strong desire to make this work. Okay. Okay, Nine of Swords. So some of you guys are worried that this connection, this dissipation here with the Seven of Swords, or Seven of Cups rather, some of you might be a little bit worried that that it's taking a bad turn, but I don't see it. I don't know. Some of you are, like, worried. I feel like some of you guys have a lot of insecurity about your connection. And maybe that has to do with the Five of Swords being your person. Because they're not as communicative, and you like, I just got the message to say, you know, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what you want. I don't know what, you know, like, we talk and talk, like, one day we're talking and everything is fine and stable, and then the next day you're withholding, and I'm tired of like always having to understand what that means and what you mean and what you want. Okay. Another Empress. I love it. I pulled it at this point in the last one too. So again, it could be a baby for some of you. It could be the conflicts in your connection have to deal with the kids. You know, like college choices, or maybe one of your children is entering into an aspect of their life where you really don't necessarily agree that they should be in. Or they're just moving away from you. And maybe you guys are becoming empty nesters at this phase. I don't know. This could also signify that one of you is pregnant or going to be pregnant, or maybe a grandchild. With the Empress card, though, whatever timing is involved is likely going to be dependent on someone else. All right? So, you know, whenever is being planned for your life, like I mentioned before, maybe a trip or a date night or something like that, whatever is being planned is likely, there's likely conditions on that, like, okay, we can do this, only if this person does this, this, or this, or if that person, like the cards, proverbial cards have to be in the right place at the right time, and the stars have to align. Okay. One more card. The Nine of Cups. All right. More Cups energy. More Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right. So, again, with the wish fulfillment, whatever you're wishing the outcome of this week to be, I feel like it can happen. But with the Empress next to the Nine of Cups tells me that if you guys are planning a trip together, it's going to be like red hot, like, oof. Because the Nine of Cups also deals with sensual pleasure. All right, now notice I said sensual and not sexual, so there's many different levels that this could exist on. Sensuality deals more with emotion, the emotion surrounding sex. And then, you know, sexuality is the act of it. So I think that, you know, you guys are clearly very emotional with each other and very, very, very drawn to one another. So I feel like that'll, once whatever it is y'all are planning, comes to fruition, it's gonna go well. It's gonna be like, okay, all right, I can now relax. Just try to let go a little bit of the need to, like the worry about it all. Okay, try to let go of that. Be the Empress and not worry about it so much. Okay, because it's happening. It'll all work out. It'll all be good. All right. So there's a little bit of conflict in the air for all of my readings tonight. All of y'all had the fives. You guys had the Hanging Man. You guys had a little bit of stress going on in all of your connections. And isn't there always really? I mean, it's life. It's just life. All right, so your Oracle card is Independence. All right, so like I said before, maybe some of you guys are becoming empty nesters, or you are actually entering or in a phase where you're not feeling independent, like you can self-sustain. All right, like with this Empress card, everything you do is dependent on somebody else, you know, like you can't go here because of them, you can't do that because of him or because of her, like, you know, like you want to be able to do your own thing, and there's too many things conflicting with that. So you value your independence. Like, this is a cat. Cats just don't give a shit. All right, you need to not. You need to not. So just live your life and do what's best for you. Communicate, be strong. Don't, like, surrender to your circumstances, but only concentrate on what you want to have happen. I think maybe some of you are doing a little bit of manifesting, or at least toying around with the idea of manifestation. That's good. Keep that up. Because, like, with this Empress card, that you guys are going to create something out of that manifestation, because yes, it can indicate a pregnancy, but obviously creation, right? So there's that. And just remember to be, you know, remember your independence, and that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to do, and that you call the shots. Cats call every single shot. Trust me, I've got 5 of them. They rule the roost. So be like that, you know, be a little bit more strong. Call on your strength, okay? And everything will be well. All right? If you guys need anything, if you guys are interested in a private reading, my contact information and instructions on how to do that will be in the description box below. You can always email me at thedragonflytarot@gmail.com. If you know me personally, feel free to reach out. You can always text or call me, message me, whatever, and we will get you squared away with a private reading, okay? I'm happy to do so. I'm happy to help. If you wouldn't mind, if you like this reading and it resonated with you, if you could hit the like button, subscribe, share, that all helps my channel to grow, and I'm so, so grateful for all of the support that I've received and the followers that I have so far. I'm really, really happy to do that and to be, you know, some sort of hopeful beacon, if that's what you want to call it, in your world, because that is my number one objective with this channel, is to give hope and love and light to all of you out there, okay? So I hope you all have a blessed week ahead. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. If you're in an area of the world where it gets a lot of snow, please send it my way, because as a very opinion, I am dying for snow. So please make that happen. I would appreciate it. All right, guys, that's all I have for you tonight. Enjoy your day. Have a good one. Bye.